Hi, everybody. I'm Dennis Prager. Some reflections on what we just heard from this young woman, country singer and PragerU personality, young Christian woman, attended a Christian college in Nashville, and they're now demanding or asking with great encouragement, shall we say, that students list their preferred pronouns. There's a Christian college, which you telling me advertises in conservative places as a Christian college. So let me explain how I react to this sort of stuff. I'm in the sort of non-shockable state, and I have been for much of my life. I have always been much more pleasantly surprised by individuals than I have been disappointed. People are not have chosen to be sheep. It's a very important point. It's a choice. What has happened to non-Orthodox Judaism, where it basically the pulpit is a place to advocate horrific woke values and an utter alienation from the Torah. The Christian churches, the Anglican Church in England is coming out with a translation of the Bible that never uses the masculine pronouns of God. In other words, they're corrupting the original. That would be wrong with Dostoevsky. Imagine how wrong it is for the Church of England. I don't need to speak about the current Pope because it's too painful a subject during Lent for Catholics, so I'll just leave it at that. And it's disappointing in a certain sense, because if belief in God and the Bible does not give you courage, then it does strike me as being useless. What is it there for? If you are going to conform to the secular left tsunami, you're just going to swim along with its gigantic waves. You will get crushed as you would in a real tsunami, but you don't know it. You think it'll be fine. Well, then, of what use is your religiosity? An interesting question. Maybe some of you would. It's worth posing. This is a litmus test for the church, Protestant or Catholic, or LDS for that matter. But here's the question: are young evangelicals nearly as pro-Israel as their parents and grandparents have been? I'd like you to call in and tell me, because you would know. This is a perfect example of the notion of collective wisdom. I would be very interested. I do keep reading that younger evangelicals are much more likely to be anti-Israel, which is both theologically and morally the death knell. It may begin with Israel, but it won't end with Israel. If you can't tell the moral difference between Israel and its enemies, your moral compass is broken. And if it's broken, it's not just broken with regard to Israel. Putting aside the theological issue of the realization of prophetic calls and predictions with the return of the Jews to Israel. 1-8-PRAGER-776 877-243-7776. For the full episode of the Dennis Prager Show, go to pragertopia.com, sign up, and become a full member.